Já vai começar.
Desmutei. Good morning for everyone. Very welcome to be here with us, promoted by Ourofino Saúde Animal, to share our results for the second semester 2022 and accumulated of first semester. I'm Juliana Mas. I'm part of corporative communication at Ourofino. It's a pleasure to be here to conduct this event. This presentation brings statements and will be available at our site, ir.ourofino.com. At the end of the presentations, we will have a Q&A. And if anyone wants to make a question, it's only to write to us with your name and institution, and we will reply to you, okay? I will read something. This presentation brings statements about future events that are subject to risks and uncertainties. Such statements are based on our managed beliefs and assumptions and on information that the company currently has access to. Statements about future events include information regarding intentions, beliefs, or current expectations, as well as those as members of the management board and company directors. Disclaimers according to the statements and information about the future also include information about possible or present operation, as well as statements preceded by followed by or include the words believes, may, will, continue, expects, anticipates, intends, plans, estimates, or similar expressions. The statements and information are not guarantees of future performance. They involve risks, uncertainties, and assumptions because they are related to the future's events and, therefore, depend on the circumstances that may or may not occur. Future reasons and value creations for our shareholders may differ materially from those expressed or implied by the statements made about the future. Many of the factors that will determine these results and values are beyond our ability to control or predict. To conduct the presentations, we count with Kleber, it's our CEO, and Marcelo Silva as the Financial Director and RI involved. And we have Angelo Mello, our Development Director for New Business. To continue, I pass the word of the Kleber. Kleber, we welcome. Good morning, Ju. Good morning, everyone. It's a big pleasure to be here to share our results for the second semester and accumulate of semester. I want to start talking about institutional issues. It's a big pleasure that we completed 35 years of history, a very good history, of success history from a company. Starts with a dream, and it's a big country, the biggest Brazilian company with a very capacity to relationship with our clients, a company with a very technological basis, with a very good works internally, and we are very happy to be here, and our employers are very happy to be at this moment. And I want to thank you for our workers is a part of our history, and they are here with us until today, help us to be here at this moment. I'm very happy about this. And talking about this moment, we are very happy too because we are elected the best company to work at the agribusiness in Brazil from GPTW, and is the first company, the #1 company. And we know that there are another good companies too, but we are the best, and we are very happy because of this. We receive a certificate from FIA is with a very good position to work, and made a compare with another companies in about this qualification in FIA. We are 5 or 6 points above, and is a very good classification, and we know that we have a good future based on your work, on culture, but mainly to count of the people, because the people is amazing here. We are very happy too because we had some launch digital platforms to be more need of our clients. We are very happy, and because our clients always remember us. They say that we are not a company only for business, but we are very near from these clients side by side. And we launched the Ayush Saber, is a platform for knowledge. And we know that our market has a very good space for knowledge, and to bring more technologies to reimagine the animal health, because we are want to help the leadership of these sectors. Ayush Saber is totally free for clients, for employers of the employers, the producers, but even if even for everyone who wants to have some knowledge. We are very happy too because the last week we made some launches of new products. Tulax, it's an antimicrobial for a very advanced generation using swines and bovines. Is a post-patent product from a leadership of market, and is the first company to have this product, and this will help us with our recipes. We have the launches of the supplements for company animals. We have some supplements like this at our line, but these supplements, Angela will say more about this, but has a very good characteristics because help the treatments of medicines for the animal companies, for example, for the heart disease for animal companies, and we will continue launching new products. We have a good expectative for new products at the second semester. Talking about the company, we are very aligned. Financial structure is very nice. Marcelo will talk about this. We are a less leverage, financial leverage. We have some points to talk. Marcelo will explain, but we will have now a very good company, structured company, with advantages points regarding our other companies. In general, we are very prepared financial prepared to continue grow and strong growth. Talking about the trimester and the first semester, saying by about market point, we have a positive semester, growing very strong, but the second semester was not so good because we have a little bit less growth. But looking at the year context, we imagine this because we can say that this is for the uncertainties, economic uncertainties that the companies are living, the political uncertainties. We are very take care about this. We understand that agribusiness pays for this, but we have a strong company, and we have some adjustments this semester. We are promoted some change of the distributors of company animals that will bring with a very strong recipients. It's a common issues at our markets. We always evaluate this, but we saw the second semester like a positive way. Talking at production animals, we saw the exportation of meat in a good point, a good way. Talking about Asia and China, we know that this will continue. We know some camp animals different from the last 2 years, but we saw the economic point going well. We will stimulate the internal consumption. We have some second semester, for example, some fairs, EITF session. We believe that second semester will be very positive to bring the results more aligned for that we believe. At company animals, we live very good 2 years. The people was stay at home and are buying more things for the house and for the animals, company animals. And now the people are going to the other place, buying other things. But we know that this market will be strong for more years. We believe that not like the 2 last years, but we believe that will continue at the next years, continue grow. We know some launches to make for company animals. We launched some products, but we will launch more. And we saw this like a positive point for the second semester. International operation, we going well, but the exchange rates reduce a little bit our margin, but we get some good points regarding our logistic issues, because these points are very difficult, as we know, but this is not a problem for us. Talking in general terms, we are with a good positive questions, as Marcelo will talk with you in some minutes, but we believe to make this area very positive at the end of this year, until the end of this year. We are very hard work at our business, our clients, our portfolios, and our growth drivers, and our strategic planner, a very structured, will guaranteed us a very good future. So I want to thank you for everyone, and I will return at the Q&A questions, okay? Drew, is your time, please. Thank you, Kleber, for your participation. As we talked before, we will have the Q&A section. We have some questions at our chat, so we will reply as soon as possible at the end of the event. We have our president of Angelo Mello, is our director from strategic development and new business, to talk more about our portfolio. Welcome, Angelo. It's a pleasure to see you here. Good morning, Juliana. Good morning for everyone. It's a pleasure to be here at your communications, our presence. We have some news, and very good news to our clients, because they are our reason to be here. As Kleber talked before, we have a launch at the end of this month. It's Tulux, is a product post-patent, is a second of the market, and we will bring a very good alternative for our producers, for bovine and swines. It's a disease respiratory product, very aligned of the unique health recommended by OMS. Is a very good alternative to have better costs for the producers. It's a very good market, with a strong growth. Talking about the technology for the bovine products are using. And in the market for the bovine producers are growing very hard when we saw the new technologies that they are applying. And we believe that this is very good for our market and for revenue. We will have supplement lines. We will launch this. Is 5 supplements that this month. We will launch more until the end of the year. The supplement markets are always growing. Is twice more than when we saw the market medium, and the supplements is twice more when we saw the company animals. Is very aligned with the macro tendency for the company animal humanizations, because the tutors made this with your pets, your company animals, the same thing that we make of our kids. And this is, we saw this growing at this market with a very strong growth with a lot of opportunities. We have 2 good players, national players, and a lot of small companies, regional companies. But Ourofino wants to be a strong company to contribute for the market growth, this market growth, using an introduction of more sophisticated products to attend the specific necessities from the tutors. We are a health company, and we will bring our experience at the health company for this market. For example, we have a supplement for heart company animals to supply these animals with this disease. We have some for old animals, more older animals. So we have a lot of launches, and is a complete line. Until December, we will know, we will show you more launches. Good morning for everyone. I am available to questions for everyone. Thank you, Angelo, for your participation. Now, Marcelo Silva will present results. Good morning, Marcelo. It's your time to say, please. Hello, Juliana. Hello, good morning. Good morning for everyone. I will want to talk about our results for the second semester. Kleber talked a little bit about our change challenges for this year, but we have a good expectations to continue growth in the next months regarding our financial conditions and launch of new products. We got a good growth, 9.5% of generation cash, very relevant, and capital, we are good health to continue grow and make investments in innovations. I will pass from results of consolidated results. About trimester, it's a growth 1.9 regarding the last semesters. We have 36.5% of growth and accumulate of 6 months, 1.9%. We accumulate growth is 53.8%. And results of trimester not results or reflects our points of the company, because our objective is continue growth as soon as we made it the last 2 years. Important point is, even this scenario less favorable regarding logistic supply chain or inflation of the country, we are preserving the gross margin regarding the semester the last semester. That reflects our strategy to repass the costs, the price of the products, and not go into the market like a predatory manner. And we have exchange rates impact, because bring us a less gain, but we will be more clear at the next slide. Production animals represent 17% of our business, and we have a relevant growing. We grow 52% and accumulate grow 8.9, and we compare 2022 at the same time. And we have this semester two lots of aftosa, vacina aftosa. So basically, 12 million of doses. We can change this, but we have some concentrations of more June, the last week of June. And we have good news, because it's a launch of the Tulax that Angelo talked before, but we will look at the future of the production animals. We have some sales, aftosa vacuum sales, and the marketing is very favorable to exportation. So we know that we can be very good at into the end of the year. Talking about the gross margin is 42.2 or to 44% in 2021 when we compare. And we compare this semester is a little bit better now. And we continue compare the last semester of the last year. Talking about the company animals, we have the company animals a little bit more not so good semester when you compare it at the same period as last year, but continue growing when we compare. And with a relevant growth comparing the two semesters to 6% at the company animals. In this semester, we lost the opportunity at the additional products because we have some difficulties at the aduanas and Brazil aduanas, and as Kleber said, we have some adjustment, but we will return at this semester like a organized way. We have the opportunity to grow the sales, launch new products, and capturing good positive results regarding this adjustment. The gross margin growing is 17% against the last year. The last volume has some fixed costs, but this tendency is to return at the next semester. As of international operations, we continue advancing our strategy to expand more Ourofino, and inside the proposal to be the most admired, the best company in the Latin America. And we compare this semester in the last year, even with the dollar less favorable, when you compare the last year. And we have this valorization impact the gross margin. This loss margin that we have is about this point, these issues. The dollar more depreciated with dollar with real when we compare the same period last year. About some expenses, even with challenging scenario like costs, inflections, and we keep an SG&A and 29% when we compare the net revenue. The revenue has a little bit less growth, and your working is continuing to grow less than inflation. The growth will be less than the period, and tendency to continue to less than SG&A for the next semesters. We have a schedule at the development and research is a long-term work, as 5, 6, or 7 years, and a very strategic. So even care with this point is to continue a relevant schedule with research and development. We have with research and with advanced projects at this department. At the period, adjusted EBITDA was 15% less than the same period as that last year. And the semester was 2.5 when you compare with 2021. The company are working so hard to continue growing EBITDA more than revenue. The work to keep the company with a good health is dynamic to make a schedule to investment. We are operational cash, and everyone has a account, company us. We are keeping a very good point. We need to increase our stocks, considering we have a scenario like difficult imports from China, even with international logistic issues. The generation cash will be a little bit high, but we make relevant when we compare like the last year. Showing our capital structure, as we cannot control the taxes, we are working so hard to make our capital structure with a less leverage in CDI, and this is very adequate of our point of growth. We are keeping our schedule to investment in the development and research, and we have a long term and cost to keep this schedule like a relevant time and continued time. And the same point in 2020 and 2021, we have some difference, and we grow the FINEP participation from 46 to 60%. And this tendency is to continue grow at the next semester because we are robust generation cash and liberation of FINEP and some accumulated credits like in taxes. We are very comfortable to have at the end 4 million of deficits. We have from 15 for 7.6% of difference. The leverage is very adequate, and besides this composition, very favorable compositions, 8% of indebtedness is a long term, and when you saw the payments for 5 years, the most of them considered for 5 years with a less cash pressure or necessity to renegotiation of this indebtedness in this scenario with a lot of taxes and political issues in Brazil. And about the investments in research and development, in this semester, it's 8.2% of the net revenue. We grow in all the years, these investments, but this is the future of the company, the necessity to make investment in projects to make a better assets in the next years. So thank you for the opportunity to talk about the results, and I'm available to Q&A. Thank you. Thank you, Marcelo. So we are open for Q&A. You can write in Q&A your question because we will reply. We have some questions in your chat. I will pass to Kleber to conduct this moment. Kleber? Ju, thank you. I will ask first the question to Angela. Good afternoon. How we saw the margin for the year and about the leverage? How is the maximum leverage that the company wants to be and has some problem to contract people? Thank you, Carlos, for the question. The dynamic of margins are very challenges for us, but I bring it here. We are gaining margins at the business lines and production animals, is 7% of our revenue. We are sold our products at the price. Company animals is a good margin, is 7%, around 7%. We have some pressure sometimes for the less volume, but it's a tendency is this in operational international is a little bit more less for the company animals, but above of the production animal can be influenced by the exchange rates, but get 16%. Like a cost of the our material, we have a structure at China. We are always saw the prices. We are not see 2022 costs above from 2021, for example, where we pass our prices is very aligned of the we want to be. It's a very challenging scenario, but we are working to keep the health of company. Regarding leverage, we don't have a maximum point to define it as what we want to be. Our leverage is very aligned of a strategic point and to have organic growth. We have a fund, strategic fund to contracted to have a schedule to innovation. We talked with you that because company is not limited at only organic strategic, because we are saw some strategic goal like acquisition of companies, like synergistic companies and products too. And in a situation like this, we can make a captation for have a good leverage, but always not like a conservatory way, but adequated from Brazil. And we don't have a idea to have a leverage 3 or 3.5. Talking about inorganic acquisition. Thank you, Marcelo. I will continue reply. Carlos ask you question because related of a problem to have workers, qualified workers. We don't have this problem to have this like person like this. We are in a region that we have a good workers, good workers, because we have here universities like a pharmacy, biology. We have a good work, access of this good work. At the region, we have a veterinary good course. We don't have this problem. On the contrary, because Ourofino is a very recognized, like a very good companies to work, and this is attracted is a number, is because we have entrepreneurs process, 25 occupations, and more than 22 million persons inscripted. It's a very good for us to be a very good company, recognized company. We participate of the FIA and our workers wants to be here. The people wants made the business. Because of this, we know that we have the best persons to working here. We have another questions from Alexandre Saf. I will reply, Marcelo. If you want to complement, please. The first question is from Alexandre. How PIA saw the value of actions at the market? We know, Alexandre, that we have a situation like we have some relevant persons with not transactions, the paper, and we know that the BNDES movement So we know that we can be a movimentation like this, but it's a good moment. And we know that the value is less than the strategic company value. Well, how is our strategic or internationalization? It's very clear or strategic. We are very relevant company, and we are always looking for this relevant for all the Latin America. We concentrated our efforts with a local presence in the Colombia, Mexico is the second more biggest market for the animal health. The Colombia is the third. And when you saw the protein production, Mexico, Colombia, we are launched 55% in the Latin America, and this is 16% of the world. Our focus is Latin America. The other companies will have distributors, and we will saw, because our growth, historic growth, how we can grow about these issues. This is our strategy. Can be in the second moment, we can saw in other markets, potential markets with a lot of synergic points with your business, with challenge of the market. But at this moment is Latin America. The other question for Alexandre, Ourofino has a planner to have a revenue more big in company animals. Yes, we have. When we saw this market, we have two good markets that we were not acting at this company animals is ecto products for the company animals. We are looking for this way to have to be at this market as soon as possible. And the second is the biological market, because we have a plant at the biologicals, a combined biologics, and we are developing a pipeline of products for the company animals, swine and bovines, but this is a market with a very good relevance. In the other markets, we have a significant presence, a very good market share. We didn't have supplement, but now we have. Besides